Hi, Paul from Chilled Sites here, and this is a long overdue update. Been doing lots in the background, so I thought I'd just jump on, do a video, cover everything. It's going to be unrehearsed, raw, fresh, just going to run you through everything so far. Um, so let's, new homepage, it is what it is. Let's log in. First thing we have is we're not an AI website builder anymore. We are an AI powered studio. So this is all the tools you need to build and create a website, edit it, but most importantly, grow it. So market it, ads, in the generation of the website, video, images, everything. You don't need to go anywhere else. You can do it all within Chilled Sites. So when you log in, this is the first thing you see. You'll be a welcome introduction, stuff going on. On the left side is the standard traditional builder. You can come in and create ads. So we have a AI powered ad builder. So you can come along and set, there's some presets there. So want to do a TikTok video, fine, click that, describe the video, add some keywords, select what website this video is to promote, and it will use the data from that site as part of the prompt. So if the website is a gym website, it will create you a gym themed ad, etc. Keywords 1 to 5 ads, hit go, and it will generate you an ad. I can go here. Here are some ads I've already generated, portrait, and yeah, just let them play there. Pretty decent actually. Apart from her leg that looks pretty painful. But you get the gist. It will write you your ad copy, and it will create you the video. There's also images as well. Same thing. If it's a Google ad or whatever it may be, creates the image, creates the copy. Job done. Images. So just using Gemini 2.5, you can just create normal images. So rather than stock imagery from Pexel or Unsplash, you can now generate your own images. So yeah, standard, you can come along, write a description, type of style, the size of the picture. And then once you've made the picture, there's an edit section as well. I'll show you some examples in a minute. And the same thing for video. So again, we're using Veo 3.1. You can come along here, add a prompt, what size, how long is it going to be, and it will create you a video. And it's nuts. I've been testing this, and what it can produce is pretty crazy. Got the whole image to video, so you can drop in some images here, or the reference image. You can reference, chuck a load of images in there, the video references those images and create something new. So you can add, a picture of a person, some clothes, and something else. It'll add them all together. Again, it's insane. And the output will appear here. So then we have create deck. So what do we need when we build a website? We want to go out and pitch. So you can come along and create a deck. So you come in here. Here's one I created earlier. You can move stuff around. You can click in. You can edit it. There's standard. It's like a basic version of Google Slides. You can add images to this. So if you've got saved images which you've created, if you've created AI images and video, they'll appear in your own image library. So yeah, you can come along here, create different slides, and same for flyers. So you want to create a flyer. There's different types. Let's create a sale flyer. It's very basic, but it's something to get you going. You can come in here, add images, change the style. You can export, save it off. It will be saved to your profile for you to come back. Here's one I made earlier. So you're invited to a special event for surfing, and you can add images. When you click an image, you can add, you can do rounded corners, drop shadows, the basic stuff really to get you going. So that's flyers. We've done website, deck, flyers, ads, images, video, component library. So now we've got a load of pre-made components which you can just drop into your website. You haven't got to start wasting tokens on generating your own stuff. So this is going to be built up over time. So it's a full-on component library which you can just drop into your website anytime you like. Media library. So this is something I created.
The AI-powered studio that doesn't just build your website, it optimizes it for unparalleled growth.
Cool. So that was a one prompt. It was promote chilled sites, and that's the video it created. And you can go through and see all of the stuff which you've created. Yeah, this is actually my sister. That's not my sister. My sister has a yoga class, and she wanted me to generate an image. So yeah, and she lives in Andorra, so that was quite cool. And Lissa Yoga. Google did that. It's a lovely logo. So yeah, that's your media library. So everything you create, everything you save. Also, if you go into images, we are using Pexels and Unsplash. So you can come in here, select images. If there's one you like, if you just favorite it, once you favorited a image, that was a bicycle, vibrant pink, whatever, go back into your image library and it will be there for you later. The reason for that is you can come into videos as well, images and videos. The reason for that is you might see something and go, oh no, I like that. I'll save that for later. And then when you're in your website, when you want to add a new image or video, your saved images and your saved videos and your generated videos and images will be there available for you to add to the site. So it just makes it a bit easier. Because I always do that. I always think, I've got images I'd love to use later and I forget. So I wanted a way of just saving them. I built this for me, really, a way of saving them for reference. Yeah, so further down, we've got my sites. So this is basically all of the websites that you create will live here. Obviously, I've created quite a few because I'm in here every day building and creating stuff to build chilled sites. So yeah, list of the sites that you build. Here's one you can preview. We'll open up in a modal and you have a look at it. And then if you want to go and edit, click the edit button. And then we go into our, I think, a decent editor. So it's full screen. Is what you see everything you want to edit. You can experience the website as a user would. On the right side here, we've got the different controls. So text edit, that means I can go in and start editing any of the text. As I hover over, it tells us what the text is, and I can just go and change. Then we have style edit. So this is more around like sections or logos or buttons or images. That's what that would be used for. It gives a nice little form. It tells you what the element or the component is. That's style edit. Chat, so you can chat with Alex, who's our creative director. He's AI, obviously, and you can just do some chat updates. You can also click things. You can click things here, and that will be added to the chat. So Alex knows exactly what you're talking about when you're making amends and changes. Come out of there. Next is code. So if you did want to dive into the code, you can. It's there. You'll see all the code there. That's HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Code view, image. Now this is because editing background images is quite tricky. So images which are in line in the forefront, you can just click them and edit them. But images which are in the background are always a pain. So we've got this dedicated button here that will literally just pull out any background images on the site, so you can go in and replace them or edit them. And last is global styles. So this is taken from the style sheet. So this is like the main styles, everything from the website, like the overarching fonts, spacing, the colorway, stuff like that. So instead of individual edits, you can just edit everything site-wide using global styles. So that is the edit options. Save. So we have obviously save. That will click and that will save. Get a nice green tick. There we go. That's saved there. We can deploy this, so it will go live on your domain name if you wanted. We can view edit history. If I'd made a load of edits, I can go back, I can roll back. And also GitHub. We do have GitHub integration, which is what this one would be for. I'll show you in a minute. That's save. Next is grow. So this sort of ties into the other dashboard, but at an individual at site level, here are all the tools you need to grow this website. And some other features. So from a high level, when we log in, if this website was live and it had traffic, there would be some numbers here. We'd see some top line stats of visitors to the site. If there was a form submissions, we'd collect those automatically. If there was a reviews plugin, which I can add here, the reviews will be listed here. And there's a to-do, so I can leave myself, I'm forgetful, so I can leave myself some to-dos. for the website, or I could leave it for my team member. So there's a Teams option with chilled sites as well. So this could be shown. I can leave it, hey, John, can you update the copy on the homepage next time you're here? And I can save that as a note. Pages, so I can convert this to a multi-page website. By default, all of the sites are one pager, just landing pages. But sometimes if we do want more, then you can convert that. You can then come in here, click new. There are some default sort of standard pages you can add, or you can ask AI to create you a new page if it's something which doesn't fit one of these boxes. Then a nav would appear here. So as you start adding new pages, the nav would get built. That's what Pages is for. Domains. So everybody gets a free domain name. So you can search here, search anything you like, and it will appear here. You can click register. That domain will be added to this website for free. That's completely free to you as a subscribed user. SEO, GEO. So SEO, obviously standard search engine optimization. So there'll be ways for you to edit the metadata. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. It's automatically pre-filled anyway by the AI when it creates the website. But if you wanted to edit the page title or meta description, which is what the search engines use to discover and rank your website, you can do that here. On the flip side now, we might have heard that obviously LLMs, AIs, they are sending lots of traffic to websites nowadays. So you can come in here and you can see what your website would look like in terms of an LLM looking at it. So questions and things like that. So that's what this section's for. So it covers both SEO and GEO. You can also generate an AI report on your website, and it will give you some tips and advice on what to do to make the website even better. Forms. So yeah, if you've got a form on the website, automatically the data that's captured, whether it's newsletter, contact form, will automatically be saved in your database, and you'll see that data appear here. Analytics is what it is. So if you start getting traffic on the website, that will appear here. Standard stuff, traffic sources, where they are in the world, things like that. So yeah, it's cool. Everything you need is here. Database, touched on earlier. Everybody gets a free database anyway with Chilled Site Standard. If you did have your own Supabase project, you can connect that here. So if you wanted to funnel in the data to Supabase or vice versa, you can collect that here, no worries. Contact information, this is what will appear on the website. It will override anything on the site. So if you wanted to add other things here, you can. Images, stuff like your logo, you can create a fav icon, which is the thing that appears in the tab bar there, and QR code. So yeah, if you wanted a QR code which directs people to your website when they scan it, then you can create a fresh new one here, download it and use it anywhere you like. Reviews. So if you wanted to add a reviews section, so you want to basically ask people to leave a review, this will collect the reviews from them. And then on the flip side, there's a way to display the reviews and your star rating. This does that for you. So you just turn it on. It will add a section to the website automatically for you. Excuse me. Chatbot. So you want a chatbot. Everyone's got a chatbot. So have a chatbot on the website at the bottom. It will ask the user some basic questions. It's not like a really, really heavy, complicated, deep AI-powered chatbot, but it's something which is quite cool and will ask or collect information from somebody when you're not around. So it's quite handy. GitHub is what it is. You can connect this. You can connect your website to your GitHub, and then you can start pushing all of the code into a GitHub repo. That's quite handy if you wanted to share this with somebody else or hand it off or, save off the code and use it somewhere else. It's there. Connect to GitHub, and you're away. Social media will be coming soon, so a way of connecting up your social channels so content is automatically pushed to different channels. And payments, we want to start offering a way for you to collect money if you have a e-commerce website or subscription service or something. So we're building that as well. So that is the growth dashboard. That's everything you need to grow your website, your business. Finally, here we've got a view, so you can basically have a look at what this looks like in different views. This is quite handy to know, what the site will look like before it goes live. Mobile obviously being the key one. Does it look good on mobile? Because that's probably where more than half your traffic is going to come from. But you can do that here. That is everything in preview. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Then we have analytics. This is global analytics. This is for all your websites. So just a quick way, you don't have to sort of click into a website to have a look. You can have a quick look at all your websites which you have running and seeing what the traffic is looking like. Domains, again, you can just search freely for any domain name. You can save it off in My Domains, register for later, and connect it to a chilled site. We're going to have more of a SEO, GEO hub here, which is more around learning, best practice, things you can do. The SEO, GEO tab in growth is specifically for that website, but this one is more of a general what's going on in SEO training, helping you do better, helping you to get your website ranked higher. Learn Hub. So this is loads of content. Come here, learn everything. All of the tools we've built, you can see how to use them there. We've also got some sort of proactive stuff like how to validate your business model canvas. So if you're thinking about before you can build a website, what's the product, what's the go-to-market strategy, stuff like that. Designing, like design principle, everything's there. A lot of content. And then finally, what is coming soon section. Again, stuff we're working on. So we're going to build a CRM system so you can, so data you collect from newsletter or contact forms will go into more of a CRM system rather than just like in a plain database. And then you can sort of start doing something with it. Email marketing, sort of loosely connected with CRM. So once you've built up a list of people that have registered with you, send them an email. So this is there'll be some sort of automation going on there. If you're offering professional services, if you're a photographer, if you're a website designer or something, you're using this tool to do that, or you're just using this tool to create you a photography website, and you want to start sending invoices to your clients, which are branded up nicely as your site, you can do that here. So the invoice will use your style, your logo, your brand. It knows what you do because the website tells it. It's got your contact information, your name, address, email. So all the information is there. So it'll be quite easy for us to build you an invoicing tool. Once we get payments hooked up, then you can start collecting payments via invoices as well. And then appointment scheduling. So, if you're a hairdresser, beauty salon, garden services, things like that, and you want customers to book an appointment, then we're going to offer that as a service also. So these are things we're working on. You can leave your email address here, send that message, and we'll know if you're interested in having those features built into your account. Excuse me, my throat's drying up. Lastly, we have this section here. So you can click in here, see what plan you're on. I'm currently on a business plan. You can get most of these features right down on a starter plan, which is just £5 a month. It's not expensive. So the subscription plans are there. You can see what they are. Also, if you're running low on tokens, come along, purchase some more tokens. You might be generating lots of websites each month. You get 10,000 tokens anyway, which is more than enough to create 2 or 3 websites and some edits. But if you need some more, you can just buy some more there. We have teams. So this is my personal account. There's also a team account. So you can create a team, add other members to your team. You will share the tokens. So you might want to fund tokens for your team members, and you'll share websites. So you're able to see each other's websites that you're building. You can make them private if you want. But it's a nice way of building something and share it with a teammate. They can pick it up and work with it as well. Or if not from a building point of view, you might want someone to log in and just edit the content on the website. You can do that here by adding them to your team. Finally, there's a settings page here that has everything else. This is where you'll come in, add your contact details. You can manage your subscription plan. API keys. We now have a Chilled Sites API. So you can create a key. We also have a Claude MCP integration as well. So you can generate a key, hook it up to your MCP server, your Chilled Sites MCP server, and you can chat to Chilled Sites in Claude Desktop and Claude Code. So from Claude Desktop, you can literally say, create me a Chilled Sites, and it will talk to your account and it will generate your website, and it will be here for when you log in. You can edit the website from Claude as well. You can list last 10 websites. You can make changes. You can do everything. You can generate an ad from Claude. It's complete. Everything you can do at Chilled Sites, you can do from Claude now. So that's brilliant. And interface, yeah, you can. Anyway, is what it is. It's the boring stuff. That, I think, is pretty much everything. Yeah, that's the lot.